Hello, welcome to my Week 2 discussion board presentation, Application of Theories. My name is Octavio Ramirez Lopez. This was class NPA 594 Comprehensive Exam Seminar for Dr. Sundstrom at California Baptist University. So throughout the discussion board, I'll be discussing Frederick Taylor's Scientific Management and Woodrow Wilson's Economy in relation to the Department of Public Social Services, and then I'll wrap it up by discussing whether these two theories still hold true to today and if there's any changes that need to be made to these theories. So Woodrow Wilson had an idea of the separation of public policy making and administration of these policies because he wanted to follow and support the ideal of the Pendleton Act, so that we stay away from these spoil systems where people were selected in government, and also policy was influenced by this administrator based on who they knew and what type of socioeconomic status you had. So now, through the merit system, kind of enforced by the Pendleton Act, we want administrators or people to hold office positions in office based on what they're able to do for the government. So he believed that government should be efficient and do things in economic ways. So he was focused, his main concern was on on what the government could do through policy making and how government could do things through administration. So therefore, he believed in the separation of public policy making and the administration of those policies. So politicians should be concerned only on making policy, and then the administrators should be focused only on administrating those policies. So within Riverside County Department of Public Social Services, we have top executives who are mostly focused on the policy making part, and they focus on interpreting and state guidelines and making county policies that reflect those state guidelines. And then we have the administrators such as either supervisors, managers, social workers, eligibility technicians through either Child Protective Services, Adult Services Division, or self-sufficiency, so that we administer the services based on what the policies tell us what to do. So we do that in relation to what we're authorized to do. Now we have Frederick W. Taylor, who believed in basically efficiency. There should be the one best way to do something. And he created he came up with scientific management that consisted of four steps. Before we move into the four steps, basically he believed that this scientific management was going to help accomplish what he believed it was efficiency, that in regards to processes, he believed that we should be able to create the greatest amount of output and by using the least amount of resources. So in order to accomplish that, we had to follow the scientific management or the one best way to do something. So scientific management consists of four steps, and the first step was that management was responsible to observe workers and to observe and also identify and document, tabulate how long a process should take. And then after that, management was to select employees based on their abilities and also train them and assign them to specific roles based on their abilities. And then the third step was that there should be some cooperation between management and the employee, the worker. There should be some harmony. So while management is worried about documenting, assigning, the worker needs to be okay with that and work with what management has instructed them to do. So we're all working on even though we're working different roles, we're both working at the same time to accomplish that organizational goal or the company's goal. The fourth step was basically that division of labor. So labor had to be divided into smaller units so that different people can work together at the same time and completing one whole process. So within DPSS, we have step one, which is basically, management decides, for example, for adult protective services, how many cases we get, how long we get to keep a case, and try to close that case within 30 days. Also, step number two is done basically through the hiring process where management, kind of screens people to see if they meet the criteria they're looking for to a specific role, to a specific job description. And then the third one, also DPSS, while management's working on the decision making, how to develop processes, the workers is being compliant, with what management has done. And the fourth one, the final one, is the division of labor. So this is clearly seen through the bureaucratic system of Department of Public Social Services. We have basically the deputy director, we have regional managers, we have supervisors and social workers, all completing different tasks or different roles in the delivering the services to our populations, to the people that we serve. So I don't feel scientific management fully holds true today. And I do see two components from Henri Fayol that kind of make scientific management a hold true today. And the first component is stability of tenure of personnel. So Taylor believed that employees should be disposable, and that's why he created a division of labor into smaller parts so that employees could be easily disposed of and replaced by someone else. So especially within DPSS and in regards to social workers, that does not hold true today. It takes a social worker about a month and a half to go through all the training, and then it also takes that social worker about a year to get brought up to speed. And then also initiative, and there's also a component from Mary Parker Follett, empowering with and not powering over, where management's asking first line workers for feedback or cooperation and helping them and giving ideas so that upper management can develop better policies to improve the service delivery of those services that we provide to our populations, to those populations, to the population that we serve, excuse me. And in regards to Wilson's dichotomy, I feel it has improved with the view of Frank Goodnow, where he believed that policy making and administrational policies should not be completely separated, but that there should be some kind of synchrony or harmony, that they should work together and not simply just executing authority, but in helping to execute the will of the state. And this is done through again in DPSS, where uh, even the people that we serve or the frontline workers help influence policymakers in changing laws so that we can improve the service delivery of those services we provide to our populations. So that's all I got. Thank you so much for reviewing my presentation, and I'm looking forward to learn from you guys' presentations. Again, have a good weekend and God bless.